shoved under my computer screen. Okay, cool. We'll put that back. Oh, yes, computer. I am aware. Louise is doing a thing. Thank you.
Streaming you live.
Thank you.
Welcome, Jocelyn.
Shoved under my computer screen. We got sound going on. Oh, yes, computer. I am aware.
We all
Louise is doing a thing.
Streaming you live. Sorry. There, I got rid of the
feedback.
Well, welcome, Jocelyn. Welcome.
And we're gonna do that thing that you're supposed to do before you start streaming and adjust my flipping camera. Nope, too far down.
Things. Well, you know what? So welcome everybody. If you guys normally watch Jocelyn and I, we are usually here the first Thursday of every month.
It's true.
Talking about our WIP progress from what we had talked about last month. And we were having so much fun chatting on Thursday nights that we thought we would sneak in one extra Thursday chat in the month.
But no bonus knitting information, because I like the secreting part. I like the secreting part. I'm a fan of the secreting part.
You are, and you do that so well. So we're not going to talk about any progress on what we're doing for our WIP challenge.
Nobody in Patreon knows for my podcast. Diana doesn't know.
And, and I'm thinking that could be for two reasons, Jocelyn, because one could be we have not done any work on the project yet.
Totally feasible.
Or two, we have forgotten what we even said our goals were going to be.
Also a thing that has happened from month to month occasionally. Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about that. So we had talked about after 2 weeks ago when we did do our WIP check-in, we had talked about what we would do, what could we do so that we could do another live but not give away a progress on our WIP projects. So one of the things we had talked about was
I'm steeping tea, guys.
Was doing talking about talking about designing.
Oh, Alsed had a suggestion too. Hang on, she sent me a message.
Okay.
I liked that.
Alsed always has great ideas.
She really does.
This must be okay. I'll go here. It's gonna say this must be the night for tech problems because every time I move my mouse, I lose us in the comments for some reason. So I'm just going to here. So this is kind of a surprise live. So some people, nobody really, not really many people knew we were going live.
Not really, no, because we're also giving it sort of like a trial run to see if we enjoy it.
That's right. And see if we have things to chat about. So we'll see.
I talk to Asa too much. This is
so now you can't see.
I can't find it.
Okay, well, as you're scrolling, let me take a peek here and see who realized that we're going live tonight. I did do an Instagram post, but it was just like an hour ago, so that's
okay. I completely forgot.
Well, I think I have like sock madness brain. That is going to be my excuse. But Tracy is here. Sherry is here. Catherine, Susie, Amber, Catherine, Katie, Sherry.
There we go. Found it.
Oh, Sherry says hi. She says hi to everybody, but she can't stay long because she has to go back to work.
It happens.
Yep, that's a real life thing.
I had to trek to the Rexall, which is where my post office is.
Oh yeah.
2 city blocks from my apartment, water up to my ankle and most of the sidewalks. I had to wring my socks out when I got home.
Oh no.
Hello, lake season. How I don't enjoy you.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's a good cup of tea. Yes. Asa had suggested we could talk about gauging different kinds of fiber and how that could work together. Like the different kinds of spinning and plying, woolen spun, worsted spun, kind of like a teaching knit chat idea.
I just had the most fantastic idea.
I'm with you.
We could have people give us suggestions and say,
"Ooh, suggestions is always a good idea."
could you guys talk about this or this? And then we could decide or yeah. Isn't this lovely? We're doing this live and we have no idea what we're doing.
Not a clue.
We are just here live because it is fun and we like chatting with everybody. So it'll be just a work in progress. So we're going to hear, we can talk about whatever. Maybe some people in the chat can.
Go get your.
What do you want to chat about tonight? But I like that idea, just taking a different topic and we can chat about it. People in the comments, they can type in what their
The monster's at my feet sleeping because I fed her. I finished the muscle burl hat.
Look at it.
Instead of hand spun and Briggs and Little.
Get out hand spun in there?
Yeah. This is hand spun.
Oh.
It's from the other Jocelyn. So I go to knitting events and there's another lady named Jocelyn. So we call each other the other Jocelyn. She drop spins. She drop spins yarn and she doesn't knit. She just likes spinning. So I've now apparently started knitting her hand spun.
Well, then that you guys make a good pair then.
We do.
Spin, you can knit and you keep everybody happy.
I have always offered to knit her hand spinning for her. That's not a problem for me because I enjoy the knitting part and I'm still learning how to spin. So it's still learning, so I don't enjoy it quite as much as I will once I've got
that could be a thing.
Stronger grasp.
We could do some drop spinning one Thursday night.
We could. What am I doing? I have needles everywhere and I don't know why.
Jude likes your hat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Needles, yarn. Can you tell I'm getting ready for more knit alongs? There's stuff everywhere, guys. Everywhere.
Ooh. Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa and Lynn have joined us. Lisa said this is a happy surprise. It is a happy surprise because it is really a surprise for Jocelyn and I too, because we talked about doing this 2 weeks ago. So after we all chatted 2 weeks ago,
my roundy knitting.
We stopped the live stream and then Jocelyn and I chatted for a few more minutes and we're like, okay, what could we do? And we're like, yeah, well, what if we can't really, we thought every week would be a little too much, but we thought, well, we could do twice a month.
Yeah.
And then we did not talk about it again.
Nope.
Until this afternoon. Because Sock Madness had started.
Your life over.
It did. Oh my word, you guys. Oh my gosh. This has been one of the most.
I love is that you're getting cuddles that you can't see as my cat's wrapped around my foot. Her head's on my foot and she's not letting me go. So like you're getting cuddles, I'm under house arrest.
Yeah.
So
So when we chatted 2 weeks ago, it was on the Thursday. So that meant the day before on the Wednesday, the Sock Madness pattern
dropped.
Released. Yeah. So, but of course, the Wednesday I couldn't start the pattern because I had to work on stuff for us to chat about Thursday. And then you and I chatted Thursday night. And then the Friday, maybe I cast on, I don't know. Anyways, any future Sock Madness knitters out there? That was a big mistake.
Cast on right away.
Cast on the day the pattern comes out.
Cast on right away.
Because, oh my word, I knit like a crazy person because I was determined I was getting those socks done. And
they look so good.
Oh, they're so great. I'll show them to you.
So good.
Do they have to be done? There cannot be mistakes in them. Yeah. So I had, you're
disqualified because I can't see the mistake I made.
But this is them.
No, I saved the pattern in a favorites bundle so that when it is available, when Sock Madness is over, I'm going to buy the pattern because they're so freaking pretty.
It was so fun. I loved knitting these.
And then take a year to make them. We've all met me with socks.
Well, it is not a fast knit. It is a lot of hours of knitting, but it was fun. I really, really loved it, and I love the pattern.
Good.
Absolutely love it. So yeah, I made it through. So now we have the next sock pattern is going to have beads on it. They released
Oh my word.
the materials list, but we haven't got the pattern yet.
So you can get the materials before the pattern drops. Yeah, that makes sense.
So when we're done here, I'm going to sort through my bead stash. So it's crazy. I was at work yesterday when I got the email that I had qualified, and I was just like
stoked.
Oh my gosh. I was like, okay, I'm like, need to focus. I need to work. I gotta get stuff done. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, I qualified. And so and then today they released the
materials list.
Yeah, the materials list. They don't call it that. I don't know what they call it, like the look, just whatever. But and then it's like everybody, so because I was at work and every once in a while I would like check the Ravelry thread and look on our team. Our team has got 47 people on it. So these 47 people are all chatting, right? And some people were like, oh, I wonder if it'll be beads, or some people were saying, oh, I hope the bead patterns don't come until towards the end, right? And I had a feeling for some reason that it was going to be a bead pattern. I just had this because all of this little voice in the back of my head was like, start looking for beads, start looking for beads.
For beads, yeah.
And so it came out today and it was like the bead pattern. And I'm like, I knew it. So
but do not delay. The day you get that pattern, please cast it on. You're going to give me an ulcer or gray hair with this last minute deadline knitting. Like I was watching her Instagram feed like I was an addict. Like I'm like, oh, did she make it? We're chatting in Discord. Did Louise make it? We didn't know. And we're like,
I know.
She has to get through.
I found out about 10 minutes after the thread closed yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, that had to be so stressful.
It was down to the wire. Yeah.
Don't do that again.
I do not want to do that again.
Don't do that again.
Well, and this, because I think part of my problem last time was as I knew you had 2 weeks, right? Mm-hmm. You had the full 2 weeks. And I thought, I can do this. I can do this. I know the pattern looks like this, but that's okay. I can do it. I can do it, right? Well, but I started and then I didn't like my yarn. So those first like 3 days of knitting, I pulled it all out.
Yeah.
And I started again.
Yeah.
So anyways, I made it. I qualified. The next pattern's here. So I'm getting my yarn and my beads ready tonight.
Good idea.
I am casting on as soon as, well, tomorrow morning if it's released or when.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, how exciting. But then Karen messaged me because Karen was the one who prodded me again this year to be like, are you going to sign up? She was talking about it, right? I don't know, it must have, maybe it was a Friday night in the Fiber Friends Live. And at first I was like, oh yeah, no, I can't. I'm too slow. I'm not whatever. But then it was like, oh, well, wait, maybe I could, maybe I should try. And then before I knew it, I'm like, I'm going to sign up. And so Karen messaged me.
Vaguely familiar for both of us. It sounds.
I know, right? It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Well, maybe I could. Okay, yeah, I'm in. I know. It's like in a split second, you go from, you do this whole about face, right?
Well, Sock Madness is the only one I've stood firm on. So it's the only one where I've been like, no, I know I won't enjoy it. I know I won't enjoy it. So I'm not doing it. I need to be able to put down eye intensive knitting when my eyes are tired. And my eyes tire really quickly. Some nights I sleep 10 or 12 hours because my eyes are tired and it wears you out.
Well, and I swear, I know I did some of this and my eyes were so tired. I could not see my stitches.
Yeah, so it's just, I start not being able to see my stitches. So you can just imagine where it goes from there when I get tired. So I'm like, it's not for me.
And it's maybe not, I am really happy that I did it. Like I know Amber, who's here, right? She has held firm too. And she's like, nope, because she whips out socks so quick, but you don't want.
If she knows she won't enjoy it, then
and you don't want that stress of did I make it? Did I not? Did somebody submit as your Kitchener stitching? Am I in? Am I out? And so I can totally get that, right? If that doesn't work with for you, then don't do it, because you don't want the stress. And I wasn't stressing about it. I really, really, really wanted to qualify, but if I didn't, well, what are you going to do, right? So, I mean, it's sock knitting. It's not the end of the world. I mean, good heavens. But
I've been thinking about redoing the 365-day Granny Square challenge. That's a Granny Square every day, but picking 2 or 3 colors that I want in a blanket, and making all of them out of that one set of 3 colored yarns, and then having a full like a sampler blanket for my bed and pillowcases.
Other than that would go through March Madness. I was going to say, someday I am almost tempted.
Weirdly enough, by the time you get to March, you're doing your whole square in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's not, I mean, January, February is more of a commitment because you're learning a lot of the basic stitches. But by the time you get to March, she's throwing in, and I mean, I used drawing a blank. Where's Diana when I need her?
It starts in January.
You can start it in any year, because it's a challenge has already previously happened. So like I did it the first year I did it was the same year I had my abdominal surgery. I obviously took the week after my abdominal surgery off. I didn't do any squares. I just did extra squares before my surgery, and then I did extra squares after my surgery to catch up, because
so then just the whole idea is that you end up with 365
days. Yeah. So if you miss a day here or there, you just make it up by doing 2 squares the next day. Because honestly, life is a thing.
Can you guys?
I will find the link. And I will drop it into the Fiber Friends, and I'll drop it into the Northern Knits Facebook group too. Like, I'll drop them in both places, because I've been contemplating, and I did mine out of scraps. So like it's wildly colored the first time I went through, but I like the idea of having the same colors and the same yarn, because then I can make it into a sampler blanket, and then it can just become an heirloom piece that I use, that I could like, give to my niece when she moves to college or university, right, or gets her first house. I can be like, here's a sampler blanket for you to have for your first bed or for your guest bedroom. That sort of idea. But that's the way I'm starting to think. I love my scrappy blankets, but I do want to start making some heirloom ones that aren't
a little
full on scraptacular.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we maybe will have to chat about this, because maybe we have just come up with another plan here.
I think we could totally chat about it, because that's how I learned to crochet. That I had done 1 crochet square beforehand, and it was a trapezoid, so the shape was wrong.
That's how I started out crocheting. I know.
And then I immediately jumped into making a square a day for a year. I learned all of the basics. I can 3D crochet. I can do it all, because I spent 1 year learning one thing every day.
Oh my gosh. Okay. My brain is.
Were some of my squares even? Heavens no. Some of my squares to be a warpy, to be all groovy. They're not square, but that's how you learn. So now I'm like, okay, now I can do it again. And my squares would actually be squares the whole way through.
Okay. Oh my, we got to definitely chat about this, because I'm thinking maybe we need to do this.
And I haven't lost my mind. I will sew them together at month end. I'll sew them together at month end, so that I'm not trying to sew all of them together at the end of the freaking year. That will kill me.
That would be bad. That would be bad. 365 squares. Oh my gosh.
No, thank you. But I could do them in strips of months. That's 30 squares a month. Okay, I could sit down and sew 30 squares. That's fine.
Do you see a trend here?
I do see a trend of us talking each other into things.
You're knitting a sweater in 2 weeks.
See, the thing is, do Cheryl and Diana, like, are they looking around going, what's going on? But something feels off with the force with the 2 of them. Because they have to deal with the brunt of us once we've talked ourselves into these things.
And the talking us into things takes all of what?
Half a second?
3. Yeah, I was going to say 3.
3 seconds. You're kind. You are a kind woman.
I contemplated it for a little bit. Oh my gosh, we're going to be crocheting a square a day. That totally excites me. I mean, we're going to do it, aren't we?
Of course we are.
I mean, really. Okay.
I'll send you links. I'll have to start buying yarn in the fall so that I have a blanket's worth, because budgets are a real thing for me. And then January the 1st, cast on, we'll go.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that is so exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and chat. There's like tons of comments here. So Jude is saying
that's okay. I'm gonna take my friendly ergonomic pillow out from behind my back because my back's actually feeling better.
Oh,
listen, there's my hashtag.
Don't forget to knit. Oh my god.
On a pillow. Jana put it on a pillow for me.
Love it.
Such a good pillow. It's good for cars and stuff. I need more. I already told her, I was like, I need 2 more pillows. She's like, okay.
Oh, so listen to this. I love this. So Jude said the only reason that she's here is because she lost track of which nights we go live. Well, I know, and we're doing this as a surprise. And so Lynn is here. And Natalie ordered something, a new 6.0, like a new needle, Natalie.
I didn't order needles. I'm gonna make crinkly sounds, guys. I'm sorry. This Indio yarn, which is a linen yarn from Barocco that I have, that's for the spring cow cast on. I'll make more plastic sounds and be more obnoxious here in a second. I got a notification that I had mail. I'm like, what did I order? I don't remember ordering anything. I didn't order Chaogu needles. I suspect Diana is why I have 3 new Chaogu needles in my 3 most used sizes.
Oh,
I am spoiled. I think that's my birthday present. I spoiled.
Nice. Jude is reminding me that she did warn me that sock madness is all levels of fun.
All levels of fun.
It is all levels for sure. And Jen, she's doing sock madness.
She is,
too. Well, she had her socks done, like probably before I even started.
Listen, I'm on pins and needles for everybody I know who has sock madness till they get them in, and I'm just like, get it done.
She said she's like, but she had to do an hour walk before I got to sit down for the evening. Well, good for you for getting it and walking. It is. So what's the weather? We always seem to talk about the weather for you guys.
It's lake season. Well, it's been -1 for overnight lows, -1 for overnight lows, highs of 2. So like everything's melting. So it's all slushy and gross. I need knee-high boots in a ladies 11. But he knows where I could order those where they're not Dear John Green. What is it? John Deere Green? I don't want John. I don't want
that. What's wrong with that?
I don't want
John. Girl, Jocelyn.
I'm not a farm girl. I live in the middle of a freaking capital city. I want girly rubber boots. I want girly rubber boots.
You want pink?
I would wear pink boots. Though, let's be honest, my grandma had a pair of black rubber boots that went to her knees that had little red bows all over them. I would have also worn those. But my grandmother's shoe size was a 7. So I outgrew that when I was 11. So
thanks, Sherry. I know. Sherry, I am so proud of myself that I got these socks done too.
Great job. So good. Probably should be alternating skeins at this point. I will check.
Oh, thanks.
But I'm done this round.
These socks really are a work of art. I haven't decided if they're just going to live on sock blockers and I'm going to hang them up here for the whole rest of my life. Or if I will actually wear them because they look really good on too.
I come out and visit next year for my 40th birthday. I'm like, hang on, I know how to make sock forms out of spray foam. Just, what are you doing today? Making sock forms for Louise's socks.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Chilling in your backyard. Where's Louise at work? She abandoned me for this project. Abandoned me.
Yeah, that's all something you can do on your own.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy. Tracy quilts, knits, cooks, cleans, and sleeps. Sleeping. Yeah, I missed out.
Highly recommend sleep.
I slept well last night. Let me tell you.
Would you have?
I had a lot of after midnight nights. Let me tell you. Hi, Sabrina. Thanks, Sabrina. Oh, Mr. Nikki says hello.
Hello.
Hi, Wendy. Let's see. Oh, Tracy. So, Tracy says no way. So I think Amber has said she wouldn't do. Yeah, she said she wouldn't do socks again if she did sock madness. Because and I get that.
Oh yeah, it's not for everybody, and that's fine.
Okay, and okay, Jude, yeah, she says she goes into sock madness not worrying about winning. Good heavens. No.
I wanted you to make your goal and like just get past your goal, just because I know you can, and
Yeah.
just see how far you can go, just cause.
Well, my goal was to do 2 rounds, which I was kind of like qualifying as
And first
one
round.
round and first round. And so when Karen was messaging me today, she's like, okay, the teams are up. What team are you on? And I am like, I don't know I can't remember the name, but I said, but it starts with a V. And she's like, wow, she's like, V. She says, you're on one of the fast teams. And I'm like, I'm on what? And apparently, and so the gist, I think, is what they're figuring out this year. Jen, or do you guys, or Jude, do you know for sure that they've gone back to A to Z, and A is the slowest and Z is the fastest? And I ended up on B. I'm like, oh my word. Thank goodness my goal was to get 2 pairs of socks done. So I wanted to get, I don't even know if that means like get through this.
Or are they looking at when your project start date is and when your project end date is? Because if you list the date you started and they know that your initial colors aren't the colors you're stuck with, like you put it in your notes that 3 days in, you had to change your colors.
Yeah.
And they take those 3 days out and accumulate the fact that you knitted 2 pairs of socks in less than a week and a half. You are a fast knitter.
Well,
from that perspective.
That's true. And because I did knit these very fast, I almost killed myself, but I did it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're marking that part.
I don't
oh
think
my god, my Discord's beeping in my ears, and I'm like, oh man, the boys must be talking on the game.
Anyways, it's fine because I don't know. It is what, and all I really wanted to do was do the next round, and I had no. Oh, that's so pretty. I just like want to get close. I feel like I can touch it.
So pretty. It's my Woodwoe sweater.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It'll be so good.
So yeah,
it's even the right shade of red for my face.
It's beautiful. See, I thought it looked like crushed strawberries.
It's Northern Cardinal. It's a red bird.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
It's from the sock club last year, so it'll be out for regular consumption sometime end of this year. Nice. So I think she's releasing the colorways one at a time as the months come up.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Anyways, oh my gosh. Yeah. So sock madness. So anyway, so I'm just going to do these socks. They have beads on them. I mean, it would be amazing if I could get through, but I don't know. I mean, looking through the chat of the team members, there's a lot of people that are retired. So I'm thinking, okay, they've got full days of knitting. So I don't know. It'll be whatever it is, but I'll get to do a pair of bead socks, and they will be fun, and it'll be great. It'll be great. So even if this is as far as I go, it's been wonderful. Just doing the qualifying round was so much fun. That was worth signing up just in itself.
Perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So, oh, Jen is saying she's loving the challenge of sock madness. Yeah, me too.
It's a wonderful challenge.
Oh yeah. So Jude's saying going and not worrying about winning. Yeah, because she knows she's not the fastest. I do manage to learn new things and be challenged to do things I would not normally do. Exactly. Sabrina, I think, is not totally on board. She says she could get on board with the granny square idea.
I tend to do everything on the planet in hard mode. I enjoy learning everything in hard mode. Video, it's just how I function. Yeah. So it wasn't a shock that one of my friends suggested that there was a challenge and a thing, and I've been like, oh, I should learn to crochet because I feel like I should learn to crochet. She's like, oh, you could just do this challenge and learn, and I went, yeah, sure. Somehow we talked Diana into it. I think she did like a couple of months, and then she was like, no, I'm out. I cannot do this for the rest of the year. Cannot do this.
I mean, so I'm just laughing here at Natalie because she's saying she's not drunk enough to start another blanket.
Well, that sounds like a problem between Natalie and her glass, and she needs to correct the issue.
Well, that comment came from one of our Friday Night Lives a couple of weeks ago when she started the beekeepers.
Yep.
Is it called quilt or afghan? The hexies that you stuff. I mean, that could totally be another.
No, I mean, seriously, if we do a blanket along for the year, I will join, but I won't do Hexie Puffs because I don't like Hexie Puffs. I don't like the look or feel of them.
Oh,
It's a
don't you?
blanket. No.
I love
But would I do a blanket with everybody? Yeah, sure. I would totally do a blanket knit along. No problem. I
Oh,
like making blankets. I have made, but
yeah.
there's a blanket on the chair I've made. I like making blankets.
Well, okay, so Katie said, she said, I would do it with you. So I'm assuming, is that the
The
square?
granny square one? Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because that'd be a great way to, because that's how I learned. That's how I developed consistency in my tension. It's how I figured out the stitches. It's how I got comfortable with crochet, was one video tutorial every day, one square every day. And you literally start with ye old basic granny square.
Okay. So, and Jude said, I'm kind of like way behind in comments here, but Jude said
Okay.
she likes the sound of a square a day.
It wasn't too bad because I got up and it was part of my morning routine. Some months it was part of my evening routine. Like I'd finish supper, and then while my dishes were soaking, because if you pour nothing but pure hot water into the sink, you can let dishes soak and they'll do most of the soapy work for you when they're less hard to scrub. I would sit down and watch my video tutorial. And that was my 15 minutes, my me time.
Yeah.
That was my me time.
Ooh, I'm liking this. Lynn is asking me, Lynn, you're putting me on the spot here. My answer should be yes. Will it be? Lynn wants to know if I'm going to use my stash for the square of a day. Square.
I mean, I won't be that mean and suggest it. So I will say, I think you need to do what makes you happy.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to really think about that. I mean, I should.
My first round of the challenge, I did it out of scraps and I loved it because I made a bunch of scrappy throw blankets, and then I was able, because it was out of acrylic, I was able to donate a bunch of them to the local charities around town that gifted blankets and stuff to the homeless population. So like I occasionally see my throw blankets around the city as people use them, and because they're acrylic, they can wash them when they're able to get in to do the washing and drying, and there's no danger from any of the yarn shrinking or anything. So like I do occasionally see them in use, but I mean I occasionally see scarves and shawls and hats and stuff I've knitted for charity in use too. So like I love doing that sort of aspect. So if you knew in the end that you were going to sew them together to give them away, I say yeah, use scraps, because then you're not wasting any yarn from your perspective. You're using your stash and you're still gifting something to someone who really could use it and need it. I'm doing sort of an heirloom blanket idea. So like I want close to monochrome colors. But I'm going for a different vibe this time.
I'm going to have to think about this.
So it's a good thing I suggested it in March and we're not going to start till January. That gives us over half a year.
Yeah, I can think about it because I have to think, because I've got tons of classic wool, but do I want to do an Afghan out of something that I have to hand wash?
Well, I wouldn't recommend a bed-sized one, but if you want to do couch throw ones, that's okay, because you don't wash wool all the time anyway. So if you wash it in the spring and then again in the fall, that's the twice a year that wool should be washed outside of spot treatments if someone spills it.
Yeah.
Spills on it. I will English correctly one day.
So maybe.
There's options both ways. Look at me enabling.
See, so that chill. Would be, well, and then if I could do it without even needing to buy yarn.
That's a bigger bonus because you're learning. So if you don't like a square, you don't want to use them in a blanket, don't. I got 365 squares. You have more than enough squares to say, I don't like this square. I don't like how it turned out. I'm not going to use it, and don't. More than enough.
Well, I'm just seeing here. Melanie got a new ball winder today.
Nice. And that's the next thing on my list to replace when my ball winder dies. Yeah. When it gets to the point where I'm tired of arguing with it, I will get a better ball winder.
Mine did die. And so I'm waiting. I have one on order and it hasn't come in yet. Oh yeah. So look at this. Everybody's getting treats today. So Amber went yarn shopping today. They took a drive. It was such a beautiful day here. It was a great day for a road trip. So they went to Sarnia, her and her hubby, and hit 2 of the yarn shops down there.
I'm in the middle of lake season. It's 0 degrees. It's gross. I can't wear a coat without being sweaty. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I've reached the end of my happy season. So now I'm just in suffer in silence mode, as close to a silence as I can manage anyway, till we get back to winter again.
Yeah. Well, that'll come. It'll be back.
It'll be
So
back.
yeah, so Melanie's hubby just he was in Walmart and he got her a ball winder because he knew she needed one.
Oh, lovely.
I know, isn't that
Phaedra, you have to share the space under there. You can't just stretch out over the whole thing diagonally.
so? Um. ugh. Anyways. Oh. I am. Oh, just one sec.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm knitting on a sweater. I am less than an inch on the body of a sweater for me. So I got, 19 more inches to knit plus sleeves. It's fine.
So you got your project fit or planned for the night then?
Well, I've got the chocolate covered cherries wrap that I've been working on. I should show you guys that because that's actually for the around the neck challenge. And then I've got some secret knitting too on my plate this week. And it's Thursday. Like, where the heck is my week gone? It's Thursday. And I might have my dad down in town next week. My sister and brother-in-law had to call. They're getting a new washer and dryer. I'm very excited because new washer and dryer, right? Except they took the door frame off to go into the basement because they needed a little bit of extra. Because, sometimes doors are too tight for getting, appliances through.
Yes.
And they discovered it's slat and plaster behind there.
Oh, that stuff's
terrible. I'm a carpenter's daughter. My sister told me, and I was like, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
So my dad is thinking about,
yeah,
if it's bad enough, he's going to take next week off. Just come down, live with me, and then go help my sister and brother-in-law to just deal with it and get rid of it and just make it better, because even he goes, plaster. Like, we all hate it. We all know how much work it is.
Yeah.
Gross, so gross. So I may have a dad next week. I don't know what's happening. We'll find out.
Oh man.
Oh, whatever.
He's here. Oh, and Tanya's here. Hi, ladies.
Just send me a message when he gets on the road, so he doesn't just randomly show up expecting dinner and I'm making vegan meatballs or something. Like, just my meat and potato daddy. I'm like, just give me some heads up. Just like 8 hours, so I pull some deer sausage out or something for him.
So you can. Oh no. Okay. Oh, so listen. So Kim said, she said working on a colorwork cowl last night for around your neck.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to work on my project for the Fiber Cleanse Challenge too.
We had to extend the deadline on the podcast anniversary because neither me and Diane are even close to finishing ours. We have another one starting on Sunday. And I already have 4 projects for that one I want to do. Like, where am I getting this imaginary knitting time?
Out of thin air. It just comes. Oh no. So then, but Kim says she broke. Oh, and her circular needle broke.
No.
Oh, but she said she wasn't worried because she had a backup. And then she said tonight her dog got into her knitting bag and chewed the tip off her bamboo needle. Oh no. Oh, unfortunately, she ordered a backup from Amazon last night. It should be here tomorrow.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that puppy's in trouble. Oh my gosh.
Stressed me out so bad. Yeah. Well, I've made some progress. But like the rows on this are
like
so long. I added extra stitches.
Well, I love it.
So it's supposed to be like a blanket shawl scarf wrap thing when it's finished. So I'm not even at the halfway point yet.
The colors are fantastic.
But does this not look like chocolate covered cherries?
It totally does. So I love it.
This is a Louise beginner friendly pattern. There is nothing complicated about this pattern. It is a single row repeat 2-stitch pattern. The hardest part is casting on.
I'm not listening.
And you wouldn't have, it uses impeccable, so it could be for some of your classic wool in the fall. Okay. Not now. Ooh. It's springtime. Do it in the fall.
Yeah, okay. I don't
stuff. It's so long. Long.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
These rows take me forever. This is what I work on during Critical Role.
Ooh,
it requires just a little bit of thought, but not too much. And it's their 7th anniversary tonight. They've been streaming for 7 years as of today.
So. Whoa, really?
Yeah, I've been watching them for most of that 7 years too, so that's frightening to think about.
Amber says we should call this session mid-month motivation.
Oh, sure. I think that's a good idea.
Mid-month motivation.
Motivation. That's
I
cute.
like
Ooh.
that.
I'm gonna make noises, guys. I'm sorry if you're on headphones.
Oh my
So we
gosh.
got the
Nikki's hubby got her back yarn today too.
Oh my goodness, guys. You and your hubbies. I don't have one of those. I have a dad.
Oh.
He takes me to grocery stores.
That's good too. What is this? Okay. So, Jude, we're back to this. Is about stock management again. Jude says they take the information you give them for the sign when you sign up into account for the group allocation, because some of the speediest knitters can take a full. Oh, because some of the speediest knitters can take the full 2 weeks to knit the qualifying socks. Okay. Well, yeah. Anyways.
Look at that.
Oh, that's pretty.
This is some Barocco Indio, and it's linen.
It looks like it has that look to it.
Yeah, it's linen. With like a tiny amount of nylon viscose in it for structure, right?
What did you said? It's a Barocco?
Oh yeah, it's Barocco.
The remix stuff?
Nope, this is the Indio.
Oh.
Try to angle that so you get the label. Ooh, awkward.
I don't think I've seen that. I like that.
I have enough. Like my favorite cardigan on the planet is my Mallow cardigan, which is a free pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I wear it all the time, and I have it in the vintage DK, but I sweat because of the acrylic wool combo in the vintage, because the vintage DK is a wool acrylic combo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is linen, so I'm going to make it again for the spring cow that we're starting on Sunday. You should join us in the live cast on there, Louise. Just chill and chat, lurk professionally like Diana does.
I'm not gonna be home Sunday, or I will.
Boo. So I'm gonna do another one in a summer, so that I can wear my favorite cardigan year round. Favorite cardigan. It's the one where my dad printed off the sheets for me for the chart, and the sheets on the chart are like this big. Okay. So I can see them. Oh, daddy.
That works. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes.
I'm surrounded with yarn and projects I'm starting this weekend. It's crazy.
Oh, I see. So Amber finally, because you guys, probably most everybody I think here knows that Amber fell a while back and
yes,
hurt her knee. So that's why she was in Sarnia. So it wasn't just a nice day for a drive. She had her MRI there today. So, well, that's good. So then you get some answers, and you got yarn to like boot on top. So that was a win. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sabrina said 75. We groomed 32 dogs yesterday and 27 today. Whoa.
No, thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So Nikki said hubby had to go into her house and pick up things and bring me back some yarn. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh, so he just went home and got you yarn. Well, that's still nice, right? That he did that for you. So that's good. Oh, Lynn says she has a boatload of acrylic that she would consider using for square day. Stash from days long gone by. Well, then that would be a good way to use
and then and again, it just gives you the opportunity, because it's stash, you're using it up. If you don't like it, or it's not into your color aesthetic, sew the blanket squares together into lap afghans and lap sizes and stuff, and donate it.
Yeah.
Help it find a home with someone else who wants it, who loves it, who needs it. Like there's programs for seniors where you can, we all know the children's drives to buy toys for kids. There are secret Santa drives for seniors where you get them Tim Hortons gift cards and a little hand knit gift, because they don't have anybody in their lives. So like, I don't buy toys for children. I make gifts and buy Tim Hortons gift cards and stuff for seniors. So like, they can go get a cup of coffee, they can go have a donut, or they can have a hat or like a pair of mittens or something. Because I do that through some organizations as well, which I don't talk about very often on the podcast. It's just a thing I do because that's a way for me to enjoy my hobby.
Yeah.
And still give back to the community I'm in.
That's a great way. Yeah. Great.
In the case of the squares, it's sewing them together and gifting them so that people who don't have homes have blankets. At least they have something.
They have something, exactly,
that they can carry with them.
For sure. I think that's fantastic. Okay, so Anne is here. Hi, Anne. Did I say hi to Anne before?
Well, I drink my herbal tea that smells like citrus. Ooh, hello.
Okay. Oh, Suzanne is here. Sally's
Hi,
here.
Susanna. People popping in. I went
Yeah.
on my
Oh,
self-righteous volunteer your time rant. We're good. Good.
yeah, I know. Well, it is, and it feels good to give back, and people appreciate it. So it is a great thing to do.
Yeah. It gives there's only so many blankets I need in my life. There's only so many sweaters I need in my life.
Well, it's good to give, right? Because there's a lot of people that don't have and appreciate it.
And I can donate, and somebody who needs it can have it and they'll love it and use it to death. And that's perfect. That's what I want.
Melanie's almost got her scarf done. She only has 2 pages left of charts.
Oh my goodness.
That's fantastic.
You aware it's only the 17th, right? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh my gosh.
I was wearing green, but I had to wring them out when I got home. So there's no green on me anymore.
Melanie, I think you totally will have it done for the challenge.
I think so, yeah.
Around your neck. That's fantastic. Yes. So let me see. Oh, Natalie, your hubby talked you into ordering the new wheel, like a spinning wheel?
At some point.
Or another electric, because you have the electric one that you really like, right?
If you've been complaining about it enough, or you've been talking about getting a new one long enough, they will go, just do it, so that you stop talking about it, because they love you and like you to be happy. And for the love of Georgia, pick a different subject. My dad does that sometimes. Could you please take your mother and spend my money?
Yeah, you know, still spend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Susanna asking how long are we going to be on? That's a
I
good
don't know.
question.
We always now.
We're
not timing. We don't.
I think it's been about 45 minutes.
Sure.
So yeah, so it'll be an hour, maybe a little bit longer.
We usually sit somewhere between an hour and 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anne, you'd like to enter the Friday night challenge, but you don't know how. Okay, so all you need to do is knit something around your neck. So a scarf, a cowl, a shawl, and anything. And then you post a picture in the Ravelry thread. If you don't use Ravelry or you need help with that, post in the Fiber Friends Friday Night Knitting, our Facebook group, and tag me and say, can you put this in Ravelry for me? And then I will just add you in. So it's easy.
Yes, because every once in a while Ravelry argues with people like me.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes getting pictures in can be a little fiddly, or you have to make a project page and
a little fiddly.
Usually once you've done it once or twice, then it gets pretty easy. But you know, like all tech sometimes
goes sideways.
Sometimes goes sideways. That's a good way of putting it. But yeah, Anne, so pick something and just start knitting, and then just let me know if you need any help. Oh yes. Oh, Dawn suggested Heaven Has Handmade. It is a little tricky because it's kind of in the bottom of a plaza, and it's, I don't know. Yeah, you would maybe miss it easier, and the parking's not as good there as at Feather Your Nest. So anyways, but I'm glad that you found both the yarn shops, so that's great.
I want to come visit Southern Ontario and all of the glut that is your guys' knitting stores.
Yes, well,
so badly. I've been threatening to come visit Diana for months. It will happen.
Jump on a plane.
It will happen.
Jump on a plane.
Yeah, I'm not riding the train. That's very expensive. I'll take an airplane flight. It's actually cheaper. I think it's like cheaper to fly to and from Ontario one way, like both ways, than it is to go on the train one way.
Oh.
Yeah, passenger trains are very expensive.
Wow.
And that's not even for deluxe, nothing. Basics both ways. Though I do like to fly on airplanes, creep people out and sit in the emergency row. Because I have a cane, right?
There
guys,
you go.
I've been flying since I was 6 months old. I can, from memory, recite the airplane emergency flap card.
Bye, Tracy.
Bye, Tracy.
So Tracy's going to have supper.
Supper sounds good. I'm going to order dinner tonight.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds yummy. So let's see. Oh, Natalie's saying it's a bigger electric wheel.
See, that'll be fun.
That would be fantastic.
I'd like to get an electric wheel at some point. I do like how they go.
Nice.
I have my Ashford just on the other side of my knitting chair, but my rocking chair. But I would like to get I'd like to get an electric spinning wheel at some point. And one of the ones that doesn't have a it's a double treadle, but they're like super compact. Like you can stick them in one of those old school cloth Safeway carry bags that you used to be able to get at Safeway grocery stores. You could like put it in there and travel with it. Like it's meant to pick up and go. So like they're very compact little models. Like there's one I want to get, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
Well, someday.
Someday, that's the plan.
Oh, Amber's saying Feather Your Nest is a lovely little shop. Oh, but he couldn't go in because he had scent allergies. Yeah, Feather Your Nest is an interesting, it's like a gift shop. So the first part is they've got tons of scented candles. They have things for your kitchen, you know, cute little dishes and tea towels and napkins. They have a wonderful selection of chocolate.
Okay.
And then the back of the store, it's just this little tiny corner of the store, but it is packed full of beautiful high-end yarns.
Oh, lovely. Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, it is very, very. Dangerous. Oh, but it is, it is gorgeous. And then Heaven is Handmade. It's not, it's an actual full yarn shop, and it is nice too. It's got a good variety of yarn. I bought some stuff there too. That's nice. So Amber, I'm excited that you got there and found, and thank goodness you found both of them. That's good. Oh, and Amber's saying, yes, Jocelyn, you can fly into London and you'll have lots of friends come pick you up. So that
I don't doubt I'd be able to I'll be able to find someone to get me from the airport.
Yes.
That's not going to be the problem. I suspect getting Diana to take 2 weeks off while I come in and visit is going to be the problem.
She can probably work something out there.
I highly suspect I'll probably end up coming out. I'd like to come out for sure for my 40th birthday, which is next year, this time of year. But they will have found a house, have purchased a house, because they're currently house hunting right now.
Right.
So I highly suspect I will be spending a chunk of my time helping them with skill sets that daughters of carpenters tend to have.
Yes.
For some house renovation plans, maybe. Probably. I suspect I'll be put to work, which is totally fair.
That's all right.
I will happily do so. I'm more than happy to bring that knowledge set to help people, because that's what it's for. The only thing I don't do is plumbing, and that's because I hate it. I hate it. And electrical, because I'm tired of electrocuting myself. I'm done.
I've been playing around with electrical stuff.
But I don't know. I have to really love you to deal with plaster. Somehow I suspect I might be helping at my sister's house too while Dad's down. If he ends up coming down. Okay. It's fine, but that might happen. I don't know what's going on, but I know for sure I want to come down for my 40th birthday, because it's the same week as Diana's birthday, and I want her to take that week off so we can run around and do things.
Oh, that would be fantastic, for sure. For sure. Oh, Amber. Oh, so one of the shops that you were in, she recognized you as Crafty Amber. Look at that.
Excellent. It's always good to be recognized when you're out and about. It's also weird.
Super
weird.
Well, I know when people
delightful
recognize you, right? Yeah.
So weird. Delightful, but so weird.
Oh, that's exciting. So what are we going to do? So in 2 weeks' time should be our check-in.
Yes. Do you remember what you're doing this month? The silence is telling.
I know it was the crochet. It was Nikki's linen stitch, dishcloth, potholder item. I know that was it. Did I say something else?
I know you kept your goals reasonable.
I know I did.
Sock madness.
I know. And I'm thinking that's really all I should do, because with Sock Madness, I'm probably not going to get anything else done. I don't know. I have a feeling I was talking about a shawl.
I think you may have had something else on your list.
I think I did. But
It's about the time of the month when I rewatch to make sure what I'm remembering I said I would do is what I am actually doing.
I think that was before I understood the full magnitude of Sock Madness.
I feel like you have more on your list than just a dishcloth.
I know, I wouldn't have just said a dishcloth, would I? And I think it was,
we tried a month when we were going to be reasonable and just work on shorty bed socks, and we still added extra stuff in there.
Maybe that's it, because I was going to finish because I got one.
I could be finishing the Turkish bed socks.
Maybe that was it.
Could be.
Okay, okay, I'm going to go with that.
We're adjusting.
Mid-month motivation night.
Reality check.
Yeah, reality check. Okay, yeah. I don't know what I said last time, but I think Turkish bed socks, and maybe then that'll all depend on how the Sock Madness sock goes. But I definitely want to do the crochet. I'm going to try and do that.
I said 4 things. I said a design that's been stuck in my head. I'm trying to get out. Yeah. I got distracted and I have to put it back on the needles today. So see how well that's going. Okay. Then I got spinning my Be Relentless mittens, because you were sick of hearing about the fingerless mittens.
Those fingerless things.
Those are the fingerless mittens you're tired of hearing about. You want me to get finished. Every time I walk past the bag, I'm like, Louise is over you. And then just going to try to finish my holly cardigan.
Okay. So see, Amber said, yeah, Jocelyn's was a pattern, crochet, and spinning, and apparently those mitts.
And the fingerless mitts you're sick of, yes. But I chose one from each hobby. So there's a spinning, a crochet, there's a work knitting, which is the design knitting, which I don't talk about anyway. And then finishing a whip project. But I'm not in Sock Madness. I'm not in Sock Madness. We have to stress that.
I'm so excited for that pattern. I'm like, oh, crazy. Suzanne says, who's taking notes? I know.
Oh, someone's gotta. Well,
somebody should us. Be. I know.
Not us.
We should be jotting things down. I've got paper sitting here beside me.
I'm gonna keep knitting in the round.
And we'll see. Oh, Nikki said what? I think oh yes, my Sock Madness and a linen dishcloth and your bed socks if you had time.
That makes sense.
Okay, that totally makes sense to what I would have said. That makes sense. Gosh.
Which means you get to count both your Sock Madness socks.
Yes. Oh, you're right. I could, because I did. That makes me sound so speedy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Imagine next year where we're like, and all of the squares for the month. Can we count all of the squares we're crocheting this month? Does that count?
That's what Amber said. We should be having Asa take notes for us.
She might tomorrow when she watches this. She might go back and correct me if I'm wrong. Which, thank you.
No, that's not what you said. Oh my goodness!
If my memory is inaccurate, please correct that, because you can't get better if you don't know where you have holes.
Let's say that again.
You can't get better if you don't know where you have holes.
Okay. Okay.
Sounds weird, but it's gaps in knowledge, lack of expertise.
That's
you don't
true.
know.
Yes,
you don't know if you don't know where you have holes.
That's true. And then that's totally makes sense.
Yep.
I'm agreeing here with Jude. So Jude said she needs to plan her schedule better so I can play along with Sock Madness next year. Not falling and hurting yourself. Yes.
That'll help. I mean, you don't plan for that. That just sort of happens to you.
Yeah. And no major exams. Yeah, that would be. I know that I was thinking about that today when I was at work, and I thought, gee, I should take, I don't know how it would work though. I'm thinking I need to take a look, like a couple of extra vacation days here and there.
Mm-hmm.
like when the pattern comes out, then I should take like a day or two from that off. I should take a day off. I think I should. Oh, anyways, yeah, I don't know how you would plan. I could definitely see where you plan your like your household life, because as I was coming home from work before we jumped on here, I was thinking to myself, okay, I hope the pattern isn't out tonight, because then that will give me time. I was like making a list thinking, okay, I should vacuum, I should go to the grocery store. So then to get all that done. So when the pattern's out, then it's just
break it down.
Yeah.
There's no way, I haven't talked about it before, but I only do one chore every day. That means I'm doing a chore every day, but I expend no more than 5 to 10 minutes cleaning any one space in my apartment or doing any one chore in my apartment. So my apartment is always ready for guests, ready for this, ready for that. I'll have 1 or 2 things on my list that are today's things to do that I have yet to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's taking the garbage, sometimes it's loading the dishwasher. But I broke it down. My mom did this years ago and I loved it. It means I have something to do every day, which kind of sucks, but I never have 2 hours I have to dedicate to cleaning.
Just a quick little. Yep, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's something for you to think about. So when you're talking about your holes that you need to fill, or what was that? So Tanya said that's deep.
Oh no.
And Susanna says,
ma'am, if I had a hat, I would tip it off to you. I do not.
So, and Susanna says we have 7 holes in our head.
Metaphorically, Susanna, not literally. Metaphorically, not actual ears, eyes, nose, mouth. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Literally, yes, I have 7 holes in my head. I don't need to fill them. I require those holes to be there for functionality purposes.
Oh, darn it all. Sabrina might have been paying attention.
Uh-oh.
She said that she thinks she's fairly certain there was some talk about a 1-color brioche scarf.
I suspect we talked about it for sure. Whether or not you said you were going to have it. I knew you were going to do it for your around the neck challenge, but did you also want to count it for your monthly check-in? I don't know if you wanted to count it for both.
I was thinking that I had said some kind of a shawl that was something simple. And see, and I can see it over there. I forgot to bring it over here. I can see it sitting over there. Okay, well, I think I'm going to forget about that. I like scratch it. It's gone because it's not going to happen.
No,
not going to happen. But Sabrina, I think you're right. I think that's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah.
To show up. Everyone's like, what are you doing this week? Working on Louise's whips because the piles frighten me. There's just a picture. I come over to visit. I'm sitting down amongst all your whips going, they're eating me. Send help and coffee.
Hi, Alice. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Nikki says she has a plan not to fall again. Me too. And I think I've gone 2 winters without falling. Knock on wood. We're not quite through because Mother Nature could give us some snow and ice and stuff yet. But
I fell on the back lane yesterday. I didn't injure myself, but I came inside and I was wet and grumpy like a toddler. So I called my mom and complained. So I did that whole slide into the deep puddle slush fall by the garbage can. And I'm just, I was wet. I didn't have far to go to get inside, but pants were wet and boots and wet in my shirt. And I was not happy. It's like, really?
So Alice had a fall too. Oh, Alice you've been out for 6 weeks now? Oh, I know.
Falling's dangerous.
Falls are. I think it's just the way you land. Because like Jocelyn, right? I mean, how many times lots of times we fall, you get up and you're sore, but you're fine, right?
Yeah.
But then there's other times you just slip and you fall and you break something.
And that's it. You've written yourself off for a chunk of time.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, I had those 2 winters in a row that I was laid up and I mean, it does give you extra knitting time, but it's not worth it. It is not worth it. Oh man. Well, I hope Alice and Nikki. Yeah. So Nikki, you said yes, because I remember you went to the emergency room one night after we were chatting because
Yeah.
you were in pain, but it wasn't broken. So you're kind of on the mend. And Amber now is going to get some answers. Oh my goodness.
Good.
I know, just crazy. Oh, Amber, she said, I think we need to win the lottery and open up a yarn store for me.
I've one of my gaming friends keeps
Oh,
threatening to buy an island off of the BC coast. And we're all gonna move out there
oh,
and we're just gonna all live together. And I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be knitting sweaters for everybody for life. Sigh. To which he's like, yeah, but you'll never have to go get groceries because somebody else will offer to go in the boat, go down to the nearest place to get groceries and haul them all back for you. Like, true. Probably work out a system for that. It's tempting. Just go form a cooperative commune somewhere. Let's go form a commune somewhere.
yeah, that kind of sounds nice, right?
Some days, man. Some days.
Oh, yeah. So Nikki said she spent 15, 20 minutes tidying up her room. Yeah. Oh, because you're at Ronald McDonald House right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, 5 minutes a day would never work. Well, even though 15, 20, that's still not too bad, right?
I mean, we have to remember, like, I don't have a husband, I don't have children, I just have me and the monster. It's just me and the monster.
Yeah.
And when I brush my hair, then I brush her hair because she comes and chills out next to me. So like she hates that I do it, but I do it every day because I'm allergic to her. So I have to. But she's always grown up with a mom who sweeps the floors 3 times a week and mops the floors once a week because it's just a part of my routine. So it's just a part of my schedule, as it were. But I'm also the same mom who gets up and does yoga every morning. It's that Atomic Habits book. Yeah. Super helpful the first time, and it helps solidify a lot of habits the second time. So I'm doing a lot of this on autopilot. A lot of it's on autopilot now. I don't think about it. It just is.
Oh, Alice asked me where my whiteboard is. Yeah, well, actually, it's right. I can see it. I can see it.
People are not going to let that whiteboard go.
I know. And that's one of my things before Slack Madness. I should do that tonight. It is because it's sitting right here. I need to
update it.
Update it and then stay on track with it.
I have a cork board. It's Dad screwed it to the wall. It's not coming down. And I've got stuff thumbtacked to it. I have a knitting bingo, a crochet bingo, a crafting bingo, a whips in progress as of the start of the year.
Yeah, that's a good
giant embroidery hoop. Don't know why, but I have one. And a little square sign that says, "In my defense, I was left unsupervised." Next to my dress mannequin.
Sherry says, commune or cult. Either way, Jocelyn will be in charge.
I'm the leader. It's a cult. But I mean, if we need an effervescent, charismatic, creepy leader, I'll do that for us. It's not a problem. No skin off my back. Especially since I won't have to be creepy to you guys. I'll just be creepy to outsiders. Really, I can totally manage that. So doable.
Oh, well, let's
just have to walk around in like a
Alice
18th century shift and stare at them funny and say things out of context. Like, that's my Twitter feed. No challenge at all.
Oh no. So, Alice, I think you told us this. I think this rings a bell now, but she said January 29th, she slipped down a couple of stairs and fractured her ankle.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to be a while to heal.
Yeah. Hopefully you're getting close though.
Hopefully it heals because you've been doing everything you need to and you get lucky and you heal. Because you can do everything you're supposed to and still not heal.
Well, I've broken my ankle twice.
So, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've broken enough of my toes and torn enough of my tendons that my foot will actually start to seize up randomly for no reason.
Oh, yeah.
Just out of accumulated damage.
Oh, so we're talking, so Susanna said what, 11 degrees?
11 degrees.
11 degrees there. It was, I thought it was 19 or 20 here. Amber said she saw it was up to 22 here.
Gross. It's March.
I know.
I'm offended for you.
It was spring. It was so nice.
Listen, machines making beeping noise. You better be
Oh, I
removing
hear
snow
that.
off those sidewalks, or I'm going to come out there and give you a stern talking to. Stupid lakes. Roads, perfectly clear. Perfectly clear roads, but will they clear the sidewalks? No. I want to start going down and shaking physical people at city departments, going, what is wrong with you?
I know. Our sidewalks are always terrible here too. Hi, Nancy. Nancy. Oh, yeah, the geese were back today in Saskatchewan. I saw some geese flying here today too. I mean, today just really felt like spring. It was warm. Everybody was out of the house. Kids were out riding bikes. It was really lovely. But somebody told me that it's supposed to snow in the next day or two, or like wet rain, snow or something. So who knows?
Yeah, that's the time of year that it happens. So
Yeah.
It's lake season. It's just kind of gross and slushy and lukewarmy everywhere.
Yeah. Oh. So okay, so next time, so 2 weeks when we're back, we will be doing our check-in. Now that we know what we're checking in with.
Everybody, why do you do a mid-month check-in? So we both remember what it is we're supposed to be working on.
So, next time we should just casually say something like, so Jocelyn, how are those projects going? And you say, oh, those projects are going good. And then we look in the chat and somebody will be saying, yeah, Jocelyn,
how's that?
Blah, blah, blah. We're like,
I like it. Makes
that thing is going great.
Really smart.
We can just let on play cool that we have no idea that we've forgotten what we said we're gonna do.
Oh goodness.
But I think that ship has sailed because I think everybody kind of already knows.
They know us very well.
They know it.
True enough, I reread that Joe's slipper sock pattern. Makes total sense.
Does it?
Oh yeah, makes total sense now. Cool.
Okay. Is it, well, yeah, because you were stuck on it.
Because I was stuck on it.
Well, we'll chat about that then in next time when we're back in 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Is it time? Is it after 8?
It's
9 your time. After 9 your time.
Not quite. We're 15 minutes away, so we're probably time to start thinking about wrapping up. And
because you are an hour ahead of me.
8:45 my time, 8:45 your
my time. Yeah. Okay, I'm doing good. Critical Role doesn't start till 9 my time, so
you're right, Nikki. I do have a knitting journal. I do. Except I just don't quite get everything wrote down. I know I always have. I mean, so well, and it just doesn't. I don't know.
Susanna does this thing with her ball bands that I really, really love. So she takes the ball band and she keeps them, and she you can get those little punchy things that punch out holes, hole punchers, and she does hole punches them, and then she attaches a piece of the colored yarn to the ball band as like reference material, and then she'll write down how many she's got for like projects and things like so, how many ball she's ordered when she's winding things, right? So that's going to be so handy as like a organizational sort of method.
That would be. Okay, so we have a thing here. So there's like the Thursdays are off kilter here by a day.
Yes.
So our actual next time that we check in
is the 7th?
Yes, is 3 weeks away. Is April the 7th.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just means sometimes our mid-month check-in and our both on either side are going to be pretty close, but that's just how the months work out. Because sometimes we're also short, like it's a short period between one check-in to the next check-in. This just happens to be a long check-in stretch.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I talked myself into a 4th thing, because I was like, I have a whole extra week.
I think that rings a bell too, thinking that we had that extra time, because then we think we can get all the things done.
We can't. It always blows up in our faces.
It does. It does.
Like die hard. Just not good. But we do it anyway.
So April 7th. Okay. Yeah. Check. Wow. All right. And so then Yeah, well, so we'll have to kind of think about our mid-month check-in then.
Yeah.
And what we want to do. We want it to be something specific, or do we just want to have a rant, like a chit chat night?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm honest, I'm good either way because both you and I like to sit and chat at each other. So that's not a hard ship.
We
But
can
if,
chat about anything really.
yeah,
So, I mean, maybe it would be interesting to have kind of a theme or a topic.
yeah,
And we could get people to comment, or we could post something on Instagram and do a poll or something. I
we
don't
could do a
know.
poll on Instagram and see what people are into.
We could put some quite, or people, or we could just, or maybe that we could just do a question. People could comment down below if there's a
Yes.
topic, if you want to do gauge, or if we want to try drop spinning or blocking, or the favorite way to seam. I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
And we could do the same thing on Instagram. We could say, hey, what do you want us to chat about? Give us some comments.
I think that's a good idea.
And then we could, like a week before, we could post and say, okay, guys, this is what we're going to be talking about, because then you guys can either get some of your great tips all lined up to share in the chat, or bring some questions that you think you might want to have answered, because either between Jocelyn and I and all of you guys, somebody is going to have a fantastic answer, and probably more than one, because there's lots of ways to do different things. Everybody's going to have a good way. So I think that would be kind of fun. We could maybe even do, I mean, it could be kind of both, right? After we exhaust the chat about,
really need to knit the sleeves. It's because I can't pick up on fingering weight yarn. So that's actually both cords have a sleeve a piece.
Okay.
That normally would be waist yarn. So I have to knit till I've got enough body going on here. Yeah. That I can then turn around and do the sleeves.
Getting close.
I need 2 or 3 inches before that's comfortably stable. Because right now these are just like sitting down between my legs and driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't see fingering to pick up waist yarn.
Well, I know, and it seems if you've got the extra cables, then why not? Then it just saves a little bit of time, right?
Well, at fingering weight, it saves me from pastoring poor Erin to come over and pick up stitches for me. She's busy. She's going to Knit City, Montreal.
I'm so jealous.
So excited for her. So excited for her.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I am so tempted to see if I can get a train ticket or air flight.
Diana's contemplating a quick jaunt down to check out Knit City, Montreal. But I mean, she was in Vancouver this week, so for work.
Oh, see, I am such on Jocelyn from Little Red Mitten. We were chatting about it when I was down there a couple nights ago, and she got really cheap airfare down round trip.
Oh, I want to so bad. I just want to be like, okay, I'm gonna fly in. Someone pick me up from Montreal airport and drop me back off at the Montreal airport when we're done.
I'm so tempted. I'm so but anyway, I don't know.
But it's because I miss conventions and knitting things so bad. I've had so many friends for Icon, which is an anime convention that happens here in the city in July. They've been messaging me like mad this week because they finally released the dates for Icon this year. Yeah. Are you going? I'm like, of course I'm going. Are you kidding me? It's a 15-minute walk that way. Yes, I'm going. And if I'm lucky, Diana can take a day off and she can fly and come join me.
Oh, that would be really nice.
Who knows, but we're gonna see if it works out with her schedule. Because I mean, she should spend her holidays with her husband. Like, she married the dude. Kind of important. So I don't know what their plans are on that front. But I need to poke her now that I have dates. That's what I do, guys. I schedule things. But yeah, it's like, oh man, if I could go to Knit City, Montreal, I totally would. No, I am going to the Edmonton Fiber Frolic in May with Erin. I'm going to be with Babe. Yeah, so I'm going to be there because we're going to drive up and stay at my parents' house in Saskatoon because that's an 8-hour drive. And then it's an 8-hour drive from Saskatoon to Edmonton.
Yeah.
So Erin can do those. Those are manageable driving days for her, she says. So we're gonna do that on the way up, do the fiber frolic, come back, visit with my mom for a day or two, and then drive home. So that way we can hit up all the little knitting stores and stuff from Edmonton all the way back home. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
Visit and spend time with my mom. Well, mom.
Oh,
and my dad. He lives in the same house, guys. My dad's there too.
Oh, so Regina has a great idea. So she kind of came on, she said she braids yarn samples and attaches them with tape or a staple and keep the bands with your pattern.
Yeah.
Love looking back at what you've done. Which really isn't much. I'm sure it is. But that's, yeah, so there you go. That's a great idea. So keeping it all together.
I liked it because if you know you liked the yarn, but say you don't remember the name of the yarn from the project, but you've got the ball bands with the yarn attached, you have your sample piece there. So you know the artist, you know where you got it, you know it's, I'd say you've done it with like a sweater project and you know it's a sweater. If you wrote 4 balls, then well, okay, I used 4 balls in that sweater project. Like it's really, and it's not hard to store. Like if we're shoebox storing socks, I'm sure we can get one of those little fancy plastic cardboard. What are they made out of? All sorts of things. Things that you used to keep photos in.
Yeah.
And you could just store them in there.
I like that.
And it's just a stored method. So like you don't always have to get on Ravelry and then be looking and going, oh, but what is it like in real person? Or maybe you don't want to get on Ravelry. Maybe you don't use Ravelry that way. It's a really good way to keep stuff organized and straight, right? Because I know like some people
like that
keep their ball bands every year and they count how many ball bands go out versus how much they bought in.
Yeah,
as a stash management solution.
I am going to start that. I have got, where is, it's not quite within. No.
So I'm serious. One day I would just love to be in the back of your New Start Monday backgrounds. I just start shoving that purple Cory down the front of my shirt and go, and then like sneak off. Well, you ignore me behind you.
I will have to, I wonder if I be able to use that. Yeah, I'll have to use that in a project soon.
You will. People are going crazy about it.
I know, it is very nice.
It is a very lovely purple.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Susanna. Oh, so did you get your yarn? So you're going to test knit for Nikki, aren't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, all right. Well, you guys, it is.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it's just about 8 o'clock your time, Jocelyn. So
it is
time to. Oh, Alice has a birthday coming. Where is this?
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Totally missed the Friday after my birthday, so Louise did not have to sing to me because I was out to Path to Glory. I got cake and I got hugs from the boys, so we're good.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
and Susanna sang to me.
Alice has a good question here.
Absolutely.
So she has a quick question. She said, how did the two of you meet and end up podcasting together?
We've never actually met in real life.
No.
We are strictly internet friends.
It is so 2 years, well, really a year ago. Just a year ago, because it started with the 2-week sweater challenge.
Yeah.
That was a year ago, February.
No, we chatted because I've been in the Fiber Friends group, and I've been a friend of the Fiber. Like I've been a Fiber Friends follower for a while. The podcast has too, because what I watch, the podcast watches. Strangely enough.
So that's where, so we were just chatting like on the Friday night lives.
Yeah.
In the Fiber Friends Facebook group.
And everybody knows I love a good challenge. And they all know Louise loves a good challenge.
I don't. And then I think, was it Asa that?
I think we blame Asa conveniently because she's not awake Thursday night to defend herself.
But yeah, because it was after we were chatting about I can't even remember how that all kind of came around.
Both of us were going, okay, sweaters aren't as hard as we think they are. They're not, because we both are of the mind that sweaters are not as hard as a lot of people think they are. They're a lot of work, but they're not all blanket. They're not, they're not a couch cover.
Or was I talking, because I had that book. Remember, I had that book.
That 52 sweaters?
Well,
a sweater a week?
it was the sweater where she talked about doing a sweater in 2 weeks. I think it was a 2-week sweater book. And so maybe I was talking about that. And then so somehow it kind of came up that you and I should do the challenge. And then you messaged me and you're like, hey, do you want to do this? And I'm like,
I said, oh, why not?
Yeah.
Because we were both stuck inside. We were both in lockdown. So I was like, why not? Let's give it a go. See what happens.
And then it just kind of evolved from there, because then we did a few weeks, like 3 weeks in a row, the start of the 2-week, and then the midway, and then we finished. And we're like, oh, we're having so much fun that we just kept going once a month with the whip, because we had all kinds of.
We still have all kinds of whips going on.
And that's how it started.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all came up with one little idea, and
just say yes. When weird opportunities pop up, say yes.
Just say yes. Just say yes. Oh my gosh, that's right. All right. Well, okay.
Oh, imagine the day we meet in person. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna be so good.
Yep. I think it's gonna happen soon.
I hope so.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So Nancy's saying, hey, Alice, it's your birthday today, right? So Alice, is this really actually your birthday?
Is it your birthday day today?
Did she answer?
I don't know.
It is her birthday today.
Well, happy level up day. Don't forget to save your progress at the local tavern while you catch your meal, and stock up on your health potions before your next adventure. I'm a gamer, guys.
Okay, then I have to sing to you, Alice.
Yeah, I don't sing. That's what I do.
Yes. Oh, yes. Susan. Hi, Susan. Susan is saying, yeah, the Marie Green book. Yes, I love that book. Okay, so Alice, here you go. It's your birthday. Oh, that's so fun. I love birthdays.
That's great.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alice. Happy birthday to you. Yay. I had a fantastic day.
Oh, and I hope so.
Spread it right through the whole weekend and have a birthday weekend.
Heck, be selfish. Make it a birthday month. That's what I do. I celebrate all month.
That too.
I celebrate all month. I'm always like, they're like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, ordering a piece of dessert. They're like, what? It's my birthday month. I deserve it.
I always spread my birthday out. Tanya's got a great idea.
I'm with you, Tanya.
Said once we're able to, she says, once the plague is a thing of the past. Yes, once we're able to.
Several years away, if ever, but once we get down to an endemic levels that aren't frightening. Okay, I'm with you.
Yep. She said we should definitely do a Fiber Friends retreat.
I keep thinking about it because I love the idea of a retreat, but I feel like I'd have to run it so I'd be able to eat at it. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I know, but I think, I would love to do something like that.
I would totally come.
Susan.
I'd even try to bring a Diana.
It was Susan's birthday yesterday.
Yay! Happy level up day.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you.
Make sure your +1 sword of magic isn't cursed, because that could go badly. And never go adventuring without your cleric. It's just a bad idea. You need one.
Okay, yeah, so it was Anne's birthday too. When was
March.
Anne's birthday?
Oh, so many March babies. I love it. I love it.
Anne's saying thank you all. Okay, well then one more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anne. Happy birthday to you. I know. There you go. Ladies, have a great birthday weekend.
Yeah. Eat cake.
That's right. Buy some yarn. Ice cream's always good too.
Oh, I was watching the Great Canadian Bake Show. Don't know why I do this to myself. I do it to myself when I have deadline knitting. I put on the Great Canadian Bake Show or the Great British Bake Off. And they made this thing called a cake bomb, where it's 2 types of ice cream in a dome, and then you flip it out on top of a cake base and you decorate it. And I'm like, I have to make that this summer. I have to make that this summer. I've been learning so much about desserts I've never heard of that I want to try and I want to make, and they're all complicated and I don't care. I've already set a couple aside. I was like, Mom, we're gonna make these when I come out and visit. She's like, why? I'm like, because no human on the planet needs this much chocolate mousse in their life. No human needs. And they said this dessert was like lemon to the extreme, and I feel like you and I need to test that theory, because the level of lemon we drink is not for the public consumption. Like, it is professional level sour pucker lemon me.
Oh, I love that. Would be good.
It takes a whole bag of lemons for me and Mom to make 2 glasses of lemonade for ourselves. It is a power pucker drink, and we love making them. Or she loves asking for it, and then I make it for her. It's how that works.
I had to check my email, see if there was a pattern waiting for me yet or not.
Absolutely.
I didn't see anything quite yet, so.
That's okay. It'll get here when it gets here. Just cast it on that day. Please just cast it.
Okay, that is a good reason to say we need to say goodbye.
We do.
So I can go look for beads.
Yes, I need to get dinner.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
All right.
I got critical roles. So, guys,
all right.
We'll see everyone on the 7th.
Yeah, the 7th. And we will check in with you guys then. Mm-hmm. This has been lots of fun, Jocelyn.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll talk with you tomorrow and chat on the Fiber Friends Friday Night Knitting, because I'll be there. Friday. And anybody who's free on the Sunday, we're doing a live cast on party for the Spring Cal at noon Manitoba time.
Which I think is so that's 1 o'clock.
1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Your time. Yeah.
If I was home, I would join you, but I'm going out.
It happens.
Yeah.
It'll be a very tired Diana. It'll be a very tired Diana.
Yeah. If she was away for out. Yeah, flying.
Yeah.
For work.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the way it goes. Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks everybody for visiting. It's always lovely chatting with you all. So we will
see everyone
on the 7th with some finished projects.
Here's hoping.
I'm sure it'll happen.
Here's hoping.
Okay, everybody. Good night.